number A, letter A here, sub B, sub A. The consent agenda, does mean you voted on the budget and accepted the budget as it was presented at the 6 o'clock meeting?
Yes.
It's about 30 minutes after I objected the budget and provided enough information for you guys to at least look a little bit deeper into whether or not we should pay for the rain ground.
Okay, let me stop you right there. I said last meeting, our committee would look at it. Committee is still going to look at it. Just because it's in the budget doesn't mean that we're going to spend it.
Oh, okay.
They're going to look at it. They're going to look at your material.
Okay,
They're going to
thank
take
you.
some of their own data.
I'm wrong.
No problem. It's just maybe miscommunication, but that's what they're going to do.
Okay, I apologize. Just kind of goes with some women and gentlemen here brought up with traffic here. You know, as Norridge is growing, we got more businesses coming in, and everybody can testify to the traffic problems we got. Unfortunately, we're in the middle of everybody. Everybody is coming through Norridge, every which direction.
That's why everyone wants to move to Norridge.
Yeah. I was down in Florida. I took a picture of a couple signs down there, radar. These are permanently installed. I don't know if they're feasible or practical. They're only suggestions. You guys are the experts.
Okay. I can tell you right now that we are considering some radar signs for like Overhill. The one that you just showed me now, being familiar with Florida, is driven by the sun. So we have
No, it wouldn't work up here. I mean,
no, but we would have power.
Yeah, you
We
have
have
to-
wider, Brian, we are looking
The
on the
ones
ones.
we're looking at are solar.
There are solar units? Okay, now they're on Overhill?
Yes, that's what we plan on.
That's what we're looking. So we are looking, but they're very costly. So
Well,
we're looking at
I didn't have time to investigate how much they cost down there. I have no idea how it is.
Yeah, we are looking at that.
The traffic. The second sheet contains some suggestions for Canfield. I'm not going to run through them. Just, I know some signs that could be moved or replaced in here. Under the previous administration, I asked for a stop sign along Canfield between Foster and Lawrence. It's the only 4-block stretch of residential area in Norridge without a stop sign. People come, and you guys probably, you all do, so when you stop from a stop sign, and you speed up, and you really have to catch yourself, because you know, people come off in that turn there, and they're up to 30 miles an hour by the time they get to Charmaine. They're past 30. I don't know if a stop sign would help, those signs I'm suggesting would help.
Well, it's interesting that you brought that up because a number of residents came to visit Dave and myself. And the first thing they said is they didn't want to stop sign.
I understand.
So, this is the difficulty when you're an elected official. You say, okay, you live on Canfield, this is what you want. You live a little off Canfield, you see the same problem, but this is what you want. So usually when we get that situation, if we're gonna do some changes, we will do a survey of stuff. But he gave us some other ideas on signs that Dave is researching.
I
And
think
you know what I'm talking about.
anything to improve people slowing down. 4 years under the previous administration, somebody that was on Canfield brought in a petition for a stop sign, signed by over 125 people, but most of them lived off of Canfield, west of Canfield. Then you guys sent out a survey, very few people responded, and most of the people that did respond didn't want it in front of their house. I think my point back then was, it's not a popularity contest, it's a safety issue. And the people on Winona, Charmaine, and Winnebago, and on both sides, have just as much say-so as the people living on Canfield. Stop signs, more improving the signs, I don't know what to suggest, what to do.
Well, one thing I can tell you is that we did a study, was it 2010, 2012?
Yes, I have data from 2010.
We have the data. When you see that machine out there, we gather
Well, that's
data.
why I see it
And
out
that's
there,
what we're
yes.
gathering now. But the problem on that street has never been, according to our data, speeding.
The average speed has always, the average speed is 25 miles an hour.
Yeah.
The speed limit, the signs say 20.
Yeah.
Our data from 2010 was the average speed was between 24 and 25 miles an hour. Now, that's the average. That's not to say, do we have outliers, people going
Yeah.
45? We have those. That was going northbound. We're still in the process of collecting southbound.
But the number of cars that we saw.
3,500. We're seeing between,
Yeah.
we're seeing now between 25 and 3,500 cars go down Canfield
Right.
per day.
Today.
Per day.
And-
Now, that could be a function of East River Road
That's
as well.
exactly right, that's exactly what traffic is coming through. But again, we're right around that 20-mile area, that's where we're at. So, it was kind of like when we were dealing with code. We waited for a good 6 months to see exactly what the situations are. Now, when I talk to those people in Cone, they're very happy with everything, they're watching everything, they're very happy. They called me up and told me this and this and that. They have other situations now, they got tree problems. We'll deal with that as we go down the line. But over at Canfield, we had a gentleman come in, we had the study, and now we're gonna do another study. So again, some people say yes, stop signs, some people say no, and I understand it's not a populated campus, but we have to look at the facts to see what will help.
I made a couple suggestions for maybe another sign in direction of 20 mile an hour speed limit, or whatever. It's just suggestions, you guys are the experts, and you guys are the boss. Under the previous administration, I asked for you to consider reducing the speed limit on Montrose between Ozana and Harlem to 25 miles per hour. I don't know, 20 kind of low. The speed limit on Foster Avenue from Cumberland east to our to Howard Heights or Chicago or over is 25 miles an hour. Yet on Montrose, where we have Divine Savior, we have a small shopping center over there with ice cream parlor, we have kids going to Giles School, and we have Ridgewood, the speed limit's 30. I don't know if that's something you guys want to look into, lower. I mean, there's so much traffic there.
We would look again to see how many accidents and different things we had in Dave.
There's not a lot of accidents on
There's not a lot of
Montrose.
accidents, but
People-
again, we have
Not
to have
since,
certain reasons
got
to
the
look at
stop
certain
signs.
situations.
And Okido is the only time we see it. Most of the accidents on Montrose are occurring at Okido if we have an accident, because that's, obviously, they use that Okido Avenue as a through street.
And Brian, we have control of that street, so we can dictate the.
Montrose, we can.
Okay, we have not heard complaints, had problems, or had accidents. So you know what, sometimes just.
No, it was only a suggestion, I tried out there for thought.
Anything you say to us, I know you might not believe this, but we look it up.
Oh, I understand that.
Okay.
I don't talk off the top of my head, and I.
Now, you want to, remember the garage sales things? Okay.
Oh, yeah, we're
Did we
done.
listen to you?
Sure.
How about the water?
Like I told you last time, it took 5 years to get down there.
I'm slow. Okay, I'm slow.
And I understand government doesn't, absolutely, okay, that's fine.
But we listen.
Last year, I suggested adding a crosswalk marking on Lawrence at Canfield on the west side of the street. There are, there's the school anchor sign is there, but there's no markings in the street. I don't know how often we're gonna get our crosswalks marked and markings in the street. A lot of them are pretty worn out. We have a lot of traffic. I don't know how often we do.
Are you talking on Lawrence now?
Yeah, on Lawrence.
That's the state.
That's the state. Yeah, that's the
And I
state.
think the corners are offset over there a lot, where I think the official crossing is on the east side.
Yeah.
Where I get the kids across. The west side is really offset.
If it's the state, I would say get in your van, go down the street down.
Yeah.
And see what you can get going with them. Because if you can figure that out, then you might as well stay down there.
It's just a suggestion I'm pointing out. I noticed that all our markings in the streets are kind of faded. Well, the crosswalks and the school zones and the other suggestion I had was.
I think what happens, and Dan, maybe you can correct me, I think after the year, they kind of wait, and then somewhere closer when schools are open, like a month, then they start doing them all. That's what I
But
think.
one of the suggestions I
We
had
can find
is,
that out.
we got the bars in the street, instead of just the 2 lines, we have the bars. You know what I'm talking about? What about making, I noticed in Chicago and some other areas, they're wider, ours are kind of narrow. I wonder if that would help. Just food for thought, guys. Okay? Thank you.
I'm
Let's
ready to
go.
go past 5 minutes.
Yeah, okay.
Anybody else?
Whatever happened, I see.
Well, wait, you haven't shown up a meeting in like 2 months, now you want to talk.
Yeah, I see that we bought a lot of garbage carts for $250,000. Whatever happened to that program?
Well, at the meeting.
I know I missed a couple of meetings, but.
No, we had a budget meeting where Mr. Moore brought that up as a point.
Oh, okay.
And our committee is reviewing at this point what we pay our garbage, and exactly what it's costing us, because we think that we could probably show him where the money is going at that point, because just because someone tells you that another vendor will tell you we don't charge for garbage cans. Well, I learned a long time ago in this country that nothing's for So it's in the contract somewhere. So we need our committee to take a look at it and see what we can find out, and that's what I promised the manager.
But I talked to you guys on the other side of wherever the streets were, I don't remember. Yeah, you went out and gave out a bunch of cans. How did that all go?
Or we have surveys on that.
Or you're still waiting for the
Joanna's,
results?
want to speak to that, Joanna, at all?
Well, maybe just to clarify, we haven't spent the 250, that's just budgeted. So in the event that we do roll out the program to everyone, that's what that budgeted amount is. The only thing we've paid for is the homes that are, like you said, east of Harlem. So they still have their cans, and we're still having discussions about the way the program will roll out.
And then it's sort of, we've gotten different. The cans are too big, the cans are too small, I don't need a can, you know, so they're sorting out a lot of the responses. How many responses did we get, do you remember?
Oh, I don't have that with me today, but
Give me a ballpark.
out of all the surveys we sent out, the response rate was 40-some%. So we received almost half of the homes that we surveyed.
So what would we say there's about 200, 150?
We had 300, how many?
By 325?
325
Okay,
total.
let's say half of that, so we got about 160 responses that they're looking at. And like Mr. Morris said, this ain't a popularity company. We have to look what's good for the whole village and everything else. That was one section we did that section because it has driveways, it has alleys, it has a little bit of everything, but we could get a flavor of what was going on.
I just wondered what, whatever came of that survey or what you were doing or.
Well, we're working on it to see where we should go with it at this point. So the
Okay.
committee's gonna have to get together and start looking at some cost and seeing exactly. But again, if you look at our budget is always around 18, 19 million. We spend 12 or 13 million. So we don't spend everything in the budget. So just because something's in the budget doesn't mean we spend it. It's just simple. If it's the right thing to do, we do it.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else? You two are new. Say hi.
Hi,
Hello. How you doing? Any questions?
I'm doing well. I was just in the beginning when you were talking about the movie theater area. Do you think anything will end up coming there in the near future, or are we waiting for the best deal?
Well, no, I think something's going to happen. It's just a matter of leases getting signed and agreements being made. What happens is when you have lawyers involved, things don't always go as quick as you want. But he's there to protect us, and we understand that. I would hope that maybe in the next 30 days or so, we can hear something concrete. I hate to see the deal fall through because it's so difficult at this point. The property, everyone looks at the property and says, boy, it's really a great property. I can't believe you said, well, when property sits for a long time, this is what happens sometimes. And then the price doesn't go down, and now the price is right and people are involved. So I think the next 30 days something will happen. But you keep coming to the meetings, I'll keep you up to date on it. How's that?
Sounds
Because
good.
I want you to be the first one to go to see the first movie.
Yeah.
Anything else?
And how big is having the Go Bananas in that area? Is
Well,
that affecting anything?
Yeah, the Gold Bananas is a situation, it's in the middle of the project, and he has a lease, and as long as he has that lease, the developers will have to deal with it. Because the first thing you have to remember is the village doesn't own the property. We don't own it, we've never owned it. The bank owns it right now, and the bank wants it off its books, so it's selling. They have a situation of Joanne Fabrics and Gold Bananas that are both in the middle of the property. I think Joanne Fabrics might be easier to deal with, but Gold Bananas has got a couple terms of lease, so he's gonna want some money to go and get out of there if that's it, or he'll mistake us. But that's a situation for the developers to deal with, and we'll try to do whatever we can. But we think in the long run, it will be another piece of property once they get everything done. And, people think that we know everything that's going, and that's not true. We hear rumors and rumors of, people come up to us and tell us what's gonna be in there, and we say, oh, that's new, that's a good place. We never lived there. Everyone's just excited to try to get into that project that they wanted to have. They want such a good to have this in Norridge in that area. We're trying to push it, so. Any other questions?
No, thank you for that.
No problem, you're welcome to come anytime. Anything else? Now, if you come to the meetings, do you know what trustee always adjourns the meeting first? Okay, I'm looking for a motion.
I'll make that motion.
There it is.